long since the last Stranger Things that it doesn't even seem weird that the whole cast is so much older. Yeah, has it been too long? I would wager by how well this is trending online that it has not. People are ready to return to Hawkins. We just can't help ourselves going back to that cursed town. But I do think the trailer is only medium. I think that on the one hand, it promises lots of story and mystery, which is always a good thing. But usually, there's a couple of really good shots in a trailer for poster frames. And I would say that this trailer only has 3. I'm always reluctant to use the poster frame that the studio itself uses. It's like, come on, we can do a little better than that. Let's think outside the box. But that's really the only good one on this whole trailer. But you would think there would be a cooler 11 shot, considering she's like technically the star of the show, or a cool Hopper one. There's not even a cool Hopper shot. How is there not a cool Hopper shot? That's crazy to me. But I think the trailer obviously did its job. People are very excited, been trending very high all day long. All right, so let's break it down. I'm going to remind you of a lot of stuff that's going on, and I think we all believe that Friday the 13th Swamp Thing, monster is basically Billy. I think unless it's an amazing misdirect, it seems pretty clear that's who's there. All right. And I have my own theories, and I'm curious to hear your own theories as well. That's why Stranger Things does so well, because we put our thinking caps on, and we try and figure out the mystery. All right, here we go. So we start out under the mall. Whew, I hope they have insurance. I doubt it covers Russian conspiracies, where, of course, Hopper supposedly perished. And they had opened up a gate to the Upside Down, and apparently they were pulling stuff out, because we see that there's a Demogorgon in Russia in that prison at the end of season 3. So that gate was operational for a little while. So there's a voiceover, which I think is Billy, saying, "You've broken everything." It might be Victor Creel. We'll talk about Victor Creel in a moment. And then we go to Victor Creel's house, which we saw in Welcome to Creel House, which was one of the early teasers that they dropped for season 4. And it says, "But your suffering is almost at an end." And you're like, what? Do you want us to be in the Upside Down? Because we don't want to. Or I guess maybe he's just going to kill everybody. But that's Creel House, home of Victor Creel, who, of course, infamously murdered his family before being committed to Penhurst Mental Hospital. And you see a shot of Robert Englund as the older Victor Creel in this very trailer. I'll point him out when we get to him if you haven't spotted him already. But I have a theory maybe that Victor Creel was like an early Billy, and he kept that transformation from happening maybe somehow. But maybe Victor Creel can give them answers on how to defeat Billy, or at least understand what Billy's going through. But Creel House, also in Hawkins, of course, is obviously vital to this story. It seems to be like the new gateway. It's the new Starcourt Mall. Maybe. We'll see. All right, so also I think the grandfather clock is a really great idea, because there are so many stories where people go through clocks and stuff as doors. Batman used it as a door for a while, but then also it's like the countdown, right? And they use that audio sound, and it's very effective. All right. So we see like these eyes open. Probably is Billy or somebody. But woo, buddy. Okay. So Netflix is like, that's right. Netflix has some pretty strong competition these days, but as we can see from the charts, they're still dominating. So there's Max. And it's weird to me. I was right. Here it says Billy Hargrove, but in a later shot, the gravestone says William Hargrove. What? That's very interesting. I think that's pretty important. Billy, of course being a nickname for William. So it's his grave. I wonder what's going on there. But so anyway, Max suddenly, she felt very bad about her stepbrother perishing the way that he did, sacrificing himself to save them. Nobody deserves to go out like that. But they weren't that close, as some of you have been pointing out. So she's trying to talk to him. She's like, "I don't know if you can hear me." And we're like, "We think he can. Stop talking to him. He's going to want to come back." And look at this. It's upside down. Oh, I love it. And that's Billy's body. And there's everyone a little bit older. Uma Thurman's daughter, of course. There's Dustin and Steve Harrington still hanging out with Dustin, which I think is hilarious. So, if you've tried to go back to normal, cheerleaders, woo, the more terrifying than a Demogorgon. But look, Lucas has become popular. I think that's a great turn of events. Nature finds a way. Steve left the popular club, and now the popular club has claimed Lucas to replace him. He looks great. Look, he's really been working out there. He's like, I'm ready to be Miles Morales. I'm ready for my superhero shot. I think he'd be a great Miles Morales. I would prefer him to Jaden Smith, by a gabillion leagues. All right. So they're trying to support him, but I don't think they're feeling it. So we got Dustin and Mike, and Mike's wearing the Hellfire Club for their, for their Dungeons and Dragons organization. I like Dustin's hat. It reminds me of the Thor: Love and Thunder logo a little bit, which of course different company, but still. So at a different high school, remember the Byers moved along with 11 to Lenora Hills. And so there is Will and 11, and they're doing a science project on Alan Turing, which of course was famously played by Benedict Cumberbatch in a very good movie, the father of computer science. And I think that's interesting. I wonder if that'll factor in to Will. Maybe that's why Will chose him, because Alan Turing was also a member of the LGBT community. And that's a very important and tragic part of his story for what the British government did to him. But also computer science and codes and stuff like that. So that's going to be, I think, really great. And there's Jonathan, their older brother with them. I wonder who that other person is. New friend? All right, so they're trying to be normal. Nobody wants to be 11's friend. Nobody. She's feeling it. Poor 11. But 11, you're not dressed like a popular person. You want to fit in? You got when in Rome, you got to do like everybody else. We'll see. Will she get a Mean Girls style makeover? Throw a little Carrie in there. So look, back in Hawkins, what's that grandfather clock doing at the high school? That's what Mike wants to know, and I think that's really cool. Is she going to go through that door? Oh, maybe she is, now that I think about it. Billy's like, come on over. Stay away from the clock. So here we're in Russia, and this is crazy. Is this just Russia, or have they opened up a bigger gate to the Upside Down? No wonder Russia likes the Upside Down. They're like, it's pretty similar to what it's like here. So there's a prison camp, and there's Hopper, looking slim fit, supermodel thin. He should go lord it over everybody in the Black Widow movie, where he also was rescued from a Russian prison, but spent his time much less effectively. So anyway, now we hear Paul Reiser talking to 11 saying, we moved you away from Hawkins because we thought you'd be safe. But little does he know, they're all still hanging out together. You can't keep these two lovebirds apart. They're going on a roller date. They're trying to bring roller skating back. In Rockefeller Center, for at least a few weeks, they're replacing the ice skating rink with a roller rink. And I'm like, let's see if anybody actually goes on it. So maybe they'll do a Stranger Things promotion. That's what they should do. And he's like, I thought you'd be safe. Clearly not. Look, I can't believe Hopper got access to the mail. Maybe somebody else sent it, but that's a lot of stamps from Russia. Like Russia doesn't go through all the mail before it goes out. I'd be like, how did you get that out of the country? I am rooting for Joyce and Jim Hopper, though, to be a couple. I think they're great. So here we are. What was that? I think was it a helicopter landing, I think? I got all excited. It is a helicopter landing. Hold on. So first we see the lights, and that's right, it's not a car, it's a helicopter. Woo! Stuff just got real. There's Creel House. And we've got, 11 and the Byers aren't here, so we got everybody left, right? That's Maya and Nancy on the left there. Although I don't see, because Jonathan moved too. Nancy and Jonathan, two more lovebirds separated. Although Nancy's looking very 80s there. She looks great. Okay. So they go into Creel House and their flashlights. Look at that. So they're syncing up kind of with the light. Like, don't stand in a circle like that. That's clearly going to summon something. And she's like, I've lost my powers. Leave me alone. There's Mike. He's worried about his girlfriend. He's in her town, and she's been taken away by prison transport, as you can see. They seem to be being nice to her. She's not locked up. Look, County Line Cafe. Is that between Lenora Hills and Hawkins? I'd be like, you didn't move me that far away, Paul Reiser. He's like, our only chance in this war is you. Because it's like a Spielberg show where, of course, this whole war between universes boils down to kids, right? Awesome. Kids on bikes. Where's E.T. when you need him? That's Will. So look, all these bats goes with the rock and roll, right? The heavy metal. Yeah, bats. Ozzy Osbourne saved the day. And there's Creel House in the upside down. You can see it particularly when there's red lightning. Red lightning sounds like the name of a song. That's cool. I like it. I like that kind of stuff. I like scary mental institution horror stories. So look at Steve Harrington. What a guy. Still friends with his ex. So they're like, see you on the other side. I guess maybe it has something to do with that light, right? Like, is that what that's on there for? Is that like the pull for the light? So they're all on their bikes riding towards the red lightning. And they're building some kind of railroad. Is that to get to the prison where maybe they've opened up another gate here somehow? And then Hopper's talking, and he says, I was convinced I was put here for some other reason, but maybe I can still help, even if it's the last thing I do. Looks like, so I think that he's a little heavier in this first shot, so I think that's when he started out there. Who knows what they're doing to him? It doesn't look good. But there he is, making a last stand, it seems, against the Demogorgon. Look at that. Wow, he really leveled up there. I'd be like, lighting it on fire? Mwah, chef's kiss. What is it called? It's a baked Alaska of weapons. Light it in front of me. Oh, that's awesome. And so there it comes. Oh, there we go. Look at his cheekbones in the light. He's like, I'll cut you with these cheekbones. But there comes the Demogorgon. Oh, and it goes right over me. He's like, I'm not messing with that guy. He's the lead of the show. Let me take out some extras first. So it says every ending. So there they are. Classic teen stuff. Now, I'm not sure who this is. Some people think it's a different actor. I've recognized this actor. I took so long. I was trying to find out who it was. He does some television. And he's clearly their dungeon master. It should be, I think, what's his name? Matthew Mercer, right? From Critical Role. That's who they should have gotten to be the dungeon master for Hellfire Club. He's wearing one of their t-shirts. Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. Woohoo! And of course, this show is a lot like going on a Dungeons and Dragons adventure. But I think it's someone else than who's on the roof at the end of this. So every ending has a beginning. And so they're doing a flashback to young 11. Whew. Playtime, she's like, playtime's just started, thank you very much. There's Erica. I'm so glad to see her back. She was such a wonderful surprise last season. Lucas's little sister, Erica. That's Steve Harrington, I believe. You can tell by the hair. His flowing locks underwater. He's found another rift. Of course, it's underwater. Now, there's Max floating. And see, it says William Hargrove. What the heck? So she's floating above his grave. Maybe she called everybody there to be like, did the name change? What's going on here? I don't think she has powers, although I won't rule it out. But maybe it's Billy from underneath the grave. Maybe he's doing that. So, and over this, Dustin is saying, people say Hawkins is cursed. They're not way off. So there's more 11 flashbacks. I think they de-aged Millie Bobby Brown, right? Instead of finding a different actress. I don't need more 11 flashbacks, but maybe, we'll see. So there's Steve. He climbed out of the water. He's hitting bats now. He's like, not today. He's having his Bruce Willis, poor Bruce Willis. He's having his Bruce Willis moment. Now, I think this is a different guy, or it's the same guy. He has the same shirt on. We'll see. But he's rocking to Red Lightning. Maybe that is his song. And there's Robert Englund with his eyes sewn shut. Maybe so. Oh no, are they sewn shut, or maybe that's just really crusty? Ew, he just woke up. Ugh, I wonder what happened. Maybe he gouged out his own eyes so that he wouldn't see what was. I don't know if that would stop the upside down or the mind flare, right? So there's Joyce and Murray going to rescue Hopper. Wow, what great friends. That's an adult adventure. And things don't seem to be going so well. Dustin has his bat back, and then who was ever near that exploded thing, I don't think they made it because that looks rough. And then a lot of quick shots. All right, so let's look at them very quickly. Why do you do it to me, trailer? All right, so that looks like a younger 11 or older 11 with a new haircut, right? Maybe that's her powers. Maybe it's like she can't have a long hair. Well, she had it last time. There's Steve bursting out of some kind of gross pod. Ew. There is that. I wonder what that is. Someone, I can't tell who. Maybe it's Max. I think that's red hair, looking at some kind of claw or hand. Oh yeah, maybe it's Max, and she's like, Billy, and he's like, phone home. Billy's ET maybe. So there's a family, a mother and a daughter. I'm not quite sure who that is. Maybe it's one of Billy's ex-girlfriends. I say that jokingly, but it could be true. He was dating a lot of the moms of Hawkins. He was a MILF collector. All right, there's Lucas screaming. He's scared. He's like, even being cool can't protect me. Then we've got some of the older kids. And look at this. This is Max. She's trying to get to that gate. I think that might be 11 hovering there. That'd be pretty cool. Because it's not Max hovering like she was earlier. So they're like, come on, we're not going to come and get you, but we sure hope you make it. Come on, can somebody throw Max a lifeline? Because it looks like Billy, who we think that is right behind her. What's on his pinky there? Oh, that's really crazy. Poor Billy. It might not be Billy, but I don't think it's Billy. And then there's Creel House. And then there he is, it looks like. And so now, the Upside Down has a voice. And they aren't afraid to use it. And he looks so much like Hellraiser, so many 80s characters when you get this close look at him. Poor guy. Skeletor. Very referential. Oh, poor guy. He looks awful. All right. And they're like, Stranger Things 4, Part 1. Oh, there's so much, it's not even going to be just in one part. So what did you think? What are your theories? What are your theories now that I've pointed out some extra stuff to you might have missed? Share those thoughts down below. Subscribe today. And of course, as always, you can check out some more videos right now.